Has details next.
And a little later, you're probably not going to believe what this Chesterfield County teacher has done to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. It's something else, Bernie. Most people and anybody who's seen my handwriting, it's enough to produce handwriting clear enough to be understood without too much effort. But just imagine being able to write mirror fashion upside down with both hands and feet at the same time while you're blindfolded. If you got all that, maybe we'll see a demonstration, because that's exactly what a 6th grade science teacher at Chester Middle School does, and the unusual skill has earned Judy Hall a place in the Guinness Book of Records. Ed McLaughlin has a story.
Surrounded by her students, Judy Hall is in the school library being interviewed by British television for a London-based program called Recordbreakers. Mrs. Hall tells interviewer Cheryl Baker that her students learned about her unusual ability from the Guinness Book of Records. Mrs. Hall uses her skill to inspire her students. When they get B's, she will teach them mirror writing with their hands.
For the feet, it's got to be an outstanding, everybody's got to make an A on a test or something wonderful. So it's a rare occasion for Mrs. Hall to take off her shoes.
Being in the Guinness Book of Records brought Judy Hall to the attention of the British television program Recordbreakers.
We film everything from the bizarre, the ridiculous, the biggest, the smallest. As you know, we're here today filming Mrs. Hall, who's got this amazing ability to write with both hands, both feet, upside down, backwards, mirror image, all at one and the same time.
She's a record breaker.
She is a record breaker.
And now Judy Hall's students and all others who see her can ponder the intricacies of concentration, coordination, visualization, and imagination. This expression was given to Judy Hall by a student at the last moment. The mirror image, read from the bottom, says, "Hello, London." Some of Judy Hall's students can do mirror writing.
Some of them can write backwards, some can write upside down, some can write with both hands. It makes me feel a little less strange.
Ed McLaughlin, Channel 12 News.
Judy Hall is believed to be one of just 3 people in the world who can mirror write with both hands and both feet while blindfolded. The program Recordbreakers is seen in Britain, Europe, Canada, and Australia, and that's pretty bizarre, Judy.
Bravo, Miss Hall. You're right, it's just hard.
This is Chester Middle School in Chester, Virginia, a perfectly ordinary American school, although the pupils here think it's better than most. Judy Hall, who teaches here, appears to be a perfectly ordinary teacher, but that's not quite true because Judy has an amazing skill which certainly other teachers don't have.
Well, she writes with her both hands and both feet blindfolded simultaneously.
She can write with her hands, mirror image, backwards and upside down, and she can write with her feet.
Well, she's the only one that can write with her hands and her feet.
She can write upside down, mirror vision, backwards, with her both hands and both feet.
She can write with both hands and feet, blindfolded simultaneously, upside down, backwards. She can do a lot.
Judy, is it really true?
Believe it or not, it is true.
Well, how did you find out you could write with both hands and both feet at the same time?
Some family members were sitting around looking through the Guinness book. You know how you thumb through and look at all the weird things?
Yeah.
And we ran across a category that said the ultimate feat in writing under handicap or funny writing would be writing with both hands, upside down, backwards, mirror image at the same time while blindfolded. I knew from when I used to write backwards when I was a kid, just as a code or silly things.
Yeah.
I knew I could write backwards. I knew I could write upside down. I knew I could write with my left hand. I used to think it was really cool to be left-handed. So I practiced all summer writing with my left hand. So I knew that I could do each thing, and I was pretty sure I could put it together, so I tried it, and it worked. So I decided to write a letter to Guinness and just ask, this is what I can do, is this what you're talking about? And while I'm composing this letter in my head, I thought, I can grasp things with my toes. I have long toes. I'll bet I can pick up a pencil and write with my toes. So I gave it a try. My husband thought I had lost my mind, but it worked, and So I wrote that in the letter that I could do that.
I can't wait to see it.
I think some of them were interested in seeing it too.
This is the first time on TV that Judy Hall is going to write in mirror fashion, upside down, with both hands and both feet at the same time. And to prove that she's had no chance of practicing this sentence, I'm going to ask one of her pupils to think up a sentence on the spot for Judy to write. Now, who has got the sentence? It's you, Johnny, isn't it? And Mrs. Hall hasn't heard this sentence before?
No.
So can you tell us now, what's the sentence?
Super teacher.
Super teacher. That's typecasting, I think. Judy, away you go. Okay, let's have a look at this. Super teacher. Now, how did you think of that, Judy?
Sounds good to me. I think he's going to get an A in science.
Yay, look at that. Look at that. That is fantastic. Let's see the ones you did with your feet. Yay. Fabulous. So let's have a big cheer for Judy Hall. Yay!